Greetings. I am Havilah Malone,
And I'm Regina Carver.
and welcome to another episode of Rethink.
Yeah, uncut.
ReThink Uncut, where we question life from different points of view.
Today we are talking about the myth of multitasking and a powerful tool in a book written by Theron Q. Dumont called The Power of Concentration. I remember I suggested a book to you, and then you were like, and I think you would love this book. And you were like, The Power of Concentration.
Yeah.
And first I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, well, I got 50 million books on my reading list, to read. But there was something about that book that kind of just like called to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go on, because I was like, if it's an audio book, if it's in that form, then I can, when I'm doing my walk, I can listen to that instead of listening to music. And so I go to YouTube, and lo and behold, it is there on YouTube. And I start listening to The Power of Concentration, and wow.
Yeah, that book actually was recommended by a friend of mine. Her name is Vernica. And it's such a short read. And it's really old school. It has 20 lessons in it on concentrating, and you can find it online in PDF form. You can find it on YouTube for free just to listen to, but it really has some very, very good information and pointers on concentration and why it's important. And oh my goodness, it's so short. Just check it out. It's really, really short. And it's kind of antiquated too. Some of the terms are a little old because it was written, oh my goodness, like the 20s or 30s. It's pretty old.
I know it's like back with the Charles F. Haanel stuff and back in the Napoleon Hill, kind of time.
It's right, all of those. Emmett Fox and Joseph Murphy, just all of those. So yeah, it's in the vein with those. So please check it out.
You see a lot of people that try to multitask. You try to take on so much, especially if you're like a creative person or a really, kind of a forward-thinking person. You're like, you want to have your hands in all these different pots. And the downfall of having your hands in a lot of different pots at one time is that your focus is then divided, which means your energy isn't going into one direction, it's going into many directions, and then it's not actually at its fullest potential in any one area. So that concentration, which is a focus onto one thing, can give you tremendous benefits, because that means all of your energy is now in that moment. It's on that project or on that thing. And that actually happened to be one of my biggest hurdles to overcome, was that of being too divided in my attention, trying to, let me try to do this and let me try to do that and let me try to do that. And then I'm running around in circles trying to get it all done instead of just focusing on one activity at a time, knocking that out in its excellence, and then moving on to the next activity or project and knocking it out to its excellence.
Yeah, here's the thing with the book. One of the biggest pointers I got out of the book is that concentrating is actually a way of strengthening your mind, and strengthening your mind in a way that you focus on what you want. And when you focus on what you want, now this is my interpretation, when you focus on what you want, that means you're having faith in bringing that to you. So it's so important to, like you said, not to divide your time, your concentration on all these different things and multitasking, because it actually slows down the whole process of attracting things to you by your actual actions of focusing on it and strengthening your mind in a way that you can bring these things to you faster.
I love that. You said you get what you want faster when you use the power of concentration.
Right. Yeah. You're showing that you have faith in that.
Yeah.
Because if your attention is divided, you're giving little faith in this, a little faith in that, little faith here, little faith there. So imagine if you actually concentrated on one thing and your actions followed, and how that could strengthen your mind.
So like something that someone can do, like when I was in the process of working on my last book, then I would turn off all distractions. Like I would turn off, I would close my internet, not the internet browser for the email, because every time the email would come in, you get the like ding sound. And so that will take away focus from what it is that you're doing. So I would close out all of those windows. I would turn my phone off so that people could not, reach out, or I would hear the ding of the phone, and I would just be focused in on the writing in those moments and being in the moment. And that way I was able to use all of my energy in that particular exercise. And in the book, it suggests different throughout the chapters. It suggests different exercises you can do to help to strengthen your power of concentration. Because if it's something that you're not used to doing and you're used to trying to be, an Olympic multitasker, then it's something that you have to work on strengthening. And so one of the things was to be able to first to start to get control of your body, because if you can get control of your body, that will also help you to get control of your mind. And
there's always a mind-body connection.
Absolutely. So it has you sit down in a chair for just, even if you could do it for a minute, for 2 minutes, and just sit completely still. Like you relax all the muscles within your body, and you just stay completely still for a minute, 2 minutes. And every time that you do it, try to increase the time. And if you find that you're twitching or moving, or you cannot, stay still, then that means that you definitely need to work on your power of concentration. But it gives you, in the book, it gives you lots of different exercises that you can do to help work on that.
Yeah. Sometimes we concentrate on things that's not helpful. We worry. When we worry, that's a way of concentrating on something that's not helpful to us. And also meditating is a way of concentrating too. And what you're talking about, those exercises in the book, is really taking you into some short exercises on learning how to meditate, actually.
Yeah.
Because meditation is definitely one of those things that helps to calm you down, helps you to learn how to focus on one thing. There's so many different types of meditating, but meditating is so connected to concentration, building your concentration as well.
If you're looking to be able to achieve not, mediocrity, not just the average, but to achieve great success within your life, then you must be able to focus. You must be able to take on that power of concentration. And not only Theron, who talked about this and wrote a book about it, but Napoleon Hill talks about it. It's in the Bible. It's in every great teaching that power of concentration, your ability to focus in on one thing, will help you tremendously. And so I would highly suggest, taking the time, getting the book, going online, listen to it, download it, go to your local, library or to your bookstore and getting a copy of it, because it will do wonders for you in helping you to achieve the goals that you have in life.
And it's free. You can find it for free. And you mentioned the Bible. Yeah, and you mentioned the Bible too. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's that focus. It talks about that focus. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah. So we would love to hear from you on what are you concentrating on? What are you focusing on? You can always reach out to us. You can comment below, or you can email us at ReThinkUncut@gmail.com. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode. Go out, check out that book.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Malone.
I'm Regina Carver. Very helpful book. Check it out. Thank you.
Yay.
Bye.